Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my live video. So this video is not going to be super long. I won't be able to go into a lot of depth because of the heat and because of the time of the day. I'm just feeling a bit lethargic. I just need to keep drinking liquids. But yeah, I'm walking out in the sun and I'm just like feeling like low energy. Like I'm okay. Like I can get home alright, but it's just like I just feel like I'm going to be lacking energy for this video, especially if it means that I have to think about what I'm saying and stuff, so I won't be able to put much energy into it. But I'm going to try my best to cover this topic the best way that I can. As you can see from the title, one second guys, I'm concentrating on the title. As you can see from the title, right, I put the enemy in the family. Thank you so much for the like. So the enemy in the family, this is a kind of like scenario in a lot of people's families. You always hear someone talking about their broken down relationship with a mother, absent father, a difficult relationship with their brother or sister. AP, what's up? What's up, AP? Yeah, I'm back out again, guys. I'm back out again. I wasn't meant to, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do what I need to do now. And then at least I don't have to get up in the morning and do it. So I just thought I'd get it over and done with, go to the shop, do what I need to do. And then, you know, I can't even say I have the evening to myself because I've got stuff to sort out. It's a long story, spiritual warfare. Yeah, so you always hear like someone talking about like problems in the family, that one person that they don't get along with, and I feel like it's a common scenario of people. Why can't families just get along? Like, why can't people just be civil? If you have an issue with someone, just squash that problem. And I'm not telling you guys, because I know sometimes it's not within your control. Some people like to be difficult. Some people just want things to continue for years and years for whatever reason. It's the best way to get things out of the way. Yes, AP, like it's good to get things done a bit earlier than usual, so it gives you that time to do something else the following day, if that makes sense, instead of like having to do everything. Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say. So I got distracted because there's this lady. I seen her when I was walking to the shop, and she looks like a Barbie doll. And I literally wanted to tell her she looks like a doll. And now I can see her putting the bins out. She looks like a Barbie doll because she's got bright pink top on, her baby blue jeans. Like I always like to compliment people. Yes, yeah, I'm so random. Yeah, yeah. So as I was saying, um, yeah, it's good to get things out of the way. Sometimes we have to just focus on ourselves, I guess. I do believe like it's better to get, if you got a problem with someone, it's better to resolve that straight away. But obviously, families don't always do that. They have issues and they don't know why they've got issues with each other. I feel like they don't even know the reason why. You know, you get on, you can't make this up in families. You get like some families where you get one person doesn't get along with the mom, one person doesn't get along with the father, or you get either they get along with the father and mom and then they just don't get along with like the sibling. It's like always something. I don't know, maybe there's families out there where everyone gets along, because maybe they were grown up in emotionally mature families where if there's a problem you solve it. Thank you so much for the like. Yeah, if there's a problem you solve it. I remember when I worked in one of my jobs and there was this lady that I really didn't get along with, and the way I would, deal with that is how I would deal with it in my family, right? So if she upset me, I just said in my head, I'm not going to talk to this woman ever again. Like, how unrealistic is that, guys? To make that decision that, oh, just because someone upset you, you're not going to talk to them anymore. Like, that was my decision. And then by the end of the shift, she'd call me to the side, right? And she'd be like, let's have a chat. And I actually didn't want to talk to her, right? I didn't want to talk to her about it, but I was so glad that she did it, right? And then this kept happening, we kept clashing. She would say the wrong thing to me, I would get upset because I felt like she was very rude. And then by the end of the shift, each shift, every time she upset me, she would know because I would withdraw. I'd go really silent. And then it's alright, these guys are like electric bikes. They're not even electric bikes, they've literally got a normal bicycle bike and they put petrol in it and they always drive up and down. It's so funny. That's why I was like looking because now he's got a second person with him doing the same thing. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I'll read your comment in a moment, AP, but like as I was saying, like, yeah, so the more she kept resolving it with me, right, yeah, the more that she kept resolving it, that guy was like checking me out so weird. Sorry. The more she kept resolving it, no, there's like checking people out and then there's being an actual creep, right? Sorry, there's a difference, right? And he was being a creep, licking his lips as well. That was weird. Sorry. That is so weird, guys. Yeah, so she'd pull me so imagine he came back and he like smacked me one for saying that. Could you imagine? My phone drops and like, nah, I'm joking. Yeah, so the more she kept pulling me for chats, even though I was like annoyed when she'd pull me for a chat because I'm thinking, you know what you've done, you tried to upset me and now you're trying to make peace, right? That's what I was thinking in my head. The more she did that, the more she solved the issue before I left the shift, the more we got to understand each other, is what I'm saying. So, the more she talked things out, I'd understand her a bit more and she'd understand me a bit more. And then we kind of knew how to work around each other. I feel like if I met her again, I think we would clash again, to be honest. Even though we squashed everything, I just think it's just her personality. She's very rude. She can't be nice for too long. Like, she'll speak to you and then she'll say something really feisty, like something really cheeky. And it's like it rubs you up the wrong way. And I don't deal with people like that. I just think it's very rude. Like, there's no need to be cheeky to people for no reason and just think you're above people. Yeah, that's just me. Yeah, but in relation to that, taught me like if you've got a problem with someone, like sort it there and then. So that taught me that lesson because I used to just think, you know what, just cut that person off, don't talk to them, and leave it like that. But that doesn't actually solve the issue. AP said I'm very stubborn. I think a lot of people can be stubborn, AP. Like, some people can be, why is he driving like that? Like he's, ain't it like 20 or 30 miles per hour around this area? And they're driving like a crazy person. Sorry guys. I think some people can be more stubborn than others. I feel like a lot of people, as they get older, they become very stubborn. They're like, no, I'm not changing my ways for you. But let's read what IP said. He said, I'm very stubborn. It used to take a lot for me to resolve arguments and issues. Oh, that kind of makes sense because you're very much like is it called cutthroat when you're like, if someone does something out of line and you just don't want to tolerate it, you're just like, yep, I'm not dealing with that. I think you're probably that kind of person. Like, you set boundaries, I think. Life is short, though. It's always best to squash issues. A lot of families don't. A lot of families die, right, without solving any issues. And this is how you get the repeated patterns throughout the generation bloodline. So, yeah, in my family, there's a lot of people that haven't solved issues and they literally take it to the deathbed. Literally, I'm not even joking. And well, people are driving crazy. Oh my god, I'm so scared to like cross the road. I just seen a car go speeding down the bottom of the road. Like, you don't need to drive like this. I know it's hot and everything, but this ain't the weather for it. But there's never a weather to be speeding around an area where children play. And he said children pray, where children play. Maybe there's children praying. Maybe that's why I said it. Well, I don't know why I said that. Life is short, so it's always best to squash issues. I agree. Sometimes if you... Oh, Sky is here. Sometimes you have to love a family member from a distance rather than up close and personal. I agree. I feel like the issue is still there though, if you think about it. Like, even if you love them from a distance, like, that's like a boundary, like you're setting a boundary, but the issue is still there. It doesn't solve the issue. I think a lot of people don't know. The ones that are toxic, they don't know how to solve issues. They don't want, maybe they don't want it to be solved. Maybe they want people to have problems with them. Oh, Esteban said Tanya's doing good work, or maybe you mean God's work. I don't know which one you mean. Hello, NXTY. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Yeah. So, yes, as I was saying, like, there's always unresolved issues. Sometimes some family members don't know how to voice how they're truly feeling as well. So, um, some people, there may be jealousy amongst siblings as well. There can be jealousy amongst siblings, and that's something that, um, you know, if you have a child and you favour that child more than the other one, or you always compliment one child more than the other, it can cause like resentment. It can also cause jealousy where that child then grows up into an adult child and they still hate that child for it, their sibling for it. So you do see a lot of siblings fall out, right? They fall out, and it's because of when they fall out, it's because of childhood drama, things that was never voiced. You know, when people are holding secret feelings, like there's a word for it. When you're harboring like hurt feelings towards somebody else, and they don't know, this is when you get friends that do this as well. They actually carry like negative feelings towards you, right? And you don't know, like some jealousy, some anger, and they don't voice it, and they literally just smile in your face, and pretend to be all right with you. That's what's called harboring bad feelings. And then when siblings actually do that, and then they grow up, right? They grow up, and then they start falling out. They see that favourite sibling having everything, and they're looking at them thinking, why don't I have that? There's a movie that I watched that was similar to that. I forgot what it's called. Um, there was a movie, right? It was like, I forgot what it's called. I think it was, oh, what movie was that? Obviously, oh, you know what it was called? You guys are going to laugh. It was called The Dating Coach. I watched a movie called The Dating Coach, yeah. I think it was on Amazon Prime or something like that. And, yeah, so I was watching that. And then, oh, it's a long story, but there was like two sisters in the movie. So one sister, she was like unemployed at the time, and she moved in with a sister that was like better off. The older sister that had everything. The older sister had like a family, a husband, everything right. And then the younger sister, the baby of the family, she was staying with her, but she was like a burden to her because she was like living there, she wasn't working or anything. And then they had an argument about it. And then that sister started up a business being a dating coach, right? Because that was something that she wanted to do. And then they had this, because she wanted her sister to move out basically. And then I think what happened was they had this emotional conversation where I don't think this happens in real life, it probably does. Hey Tim, I think some family members do voice their opinions, but like in this scenario, I just think that the movie just wanted to put it in so people could see things from a different perspective. So they basically voiced how they truly felt, and then the older sister said how she was envious of the baby sister of her because she had to do everything right in terms of like building her life, whereas the baby sister never had to face responsibility the same way as she did. So it's like they kind of resented, both of them resented each other. So the baby sister, I can't remember her reason, but she was also envious of her older sister, and it was very interesting. So they basically just voiced out their opinions. And this is what I'm talking about, like people have feelings towards people. It can be negative feelings and people don't know, is what I'm trying to say. Um, that's why when people have arguments, some people can't handle arguments because they don't want to hear someone saying something negative about them or someone voicing the negative feelings. But sometimes you probably need to hear that. But yeah, people don't like to hear it, to be honest. AP said jealousy is very dangerous. Shake my head. Yes, it is. Jealousy, like, that's what I mean. Like, people can be secretly jealous of you and you don't know. And that's why there's a lot of crime today. Remember, the first murder in the Bible was Cain and Abel. And obviously that stemmed from jealousy. Yeah, that was very, very interesting because God intervened. God said to him, why are you so angry? Didn't want to listen to God, and then it didn't stop until he actually killed him. Killed his own brother, and even lied on top of it as well. He didn't even admit to it. He just lied. Tim, what's up? I've got a fly flying on me. It's so annoying. I was just thinking about you. You to me, just by letting you know how much you mean to me. That's so cute. You need to have like a poem book. You really do. How hot is it, guys? Right, I'm going to see if I can get into the back garden to continue this topic. I need to sit down. Right, definitely need to sit down, guys. Do you know what? I could eat a chocolate bar. Why didn't I get a chocolate bar from the shop? I could eat like a Twix or something. Oh, I should have got one from the shop. I didn't need one then. I didn't want one. I didn't want one then. I'm so greedy, guys. I always think about food. Yeah. Let me sit down before I collapse. There's something about this heat, right, that is not even a joke. Like, you have to have water on you. Do you know, like, when people go hiking and stuff, they go hiking and they go walking. I don't know, is it hiking when they just go walking for, like, miles and it's, like, hot? Does anybody remember, like, the Jay Slater thing? I shouldn't bring that up, but Jay Slater went walking in I think it was Tenerife, and he was walking and he was dehydrated or something like that. Do you realise some people destroy their life just to destroy yours? Deep in it, shame. Oh, let me get my head around that. Tanya, don't say greedy. I am really greedy. Do you realise some people will destroy their life just to destroy yours? Give us an example, AP. Give us an example, because my brain can't think in this heat. Give me like a crazy scenario where somebody actually destroys their life. Do you mean like relationship? I know what you're thinking. I know. Well, you're not thinking this. Do you mean like when you always get like a crazy ex, right? You know when you hear on the news his ex-girlfriend's family member just to punish her. Do you mean like crazy things like that where they'd rather like risk their life to go to prison just to destroy someone's life? Yeah, Estefan, I always think about food. Like, my sister always tells me, she's like, how are you thinking about food? I'll have dinner and then I'll be thinking about snacking on more stuff. Like, as soon as I finish eating my dinner. AP said, for a greedy person, you got greedy. Do you know what? It's probably because I walk, to be honest. I think it's because I walk. Because if I didn't walk, I'd from life. It's not what it's amongst yourself. Sorry about that, guys. No one spoke. Okay, I'm back. Got some custard creams. Some custard cream biscuits, guys. Yeah, so guys, speaking of jealousy, right? I feel like jealousy is one of the root causes of evil, right? When someone is jealous of you, right, they are in the feelings, they are in the flesh, and they will literally destroy you. So when AP is talking about how some people destroy their life just to destroy yours, what happens is when people are jealous, they get very destructive, right? They don't care about the harm they're causing to people around them. All they care about is harming that one person, right? So their whole mess with that one person that they will seek to destroy them. And sometimes some people don't know when someone is jealous of them. If you want to know someone's jealous of you, right, you'll always get that one person that's very envious of you. They watch everything that you do. They need to know every aspect of your life, right? They need to know every aspect of your life, and they do everything to hold you back, right? This is when some people actually go out of their way to do witchcraft. People actually go out of their way to destroy your relationships. They also try and turn people against you as well. This is like the root of jealousy. If they're jealous of who you are, the person you are becoming, they don't like that. So the more that they see you growing and blossoming, they will literally do everything they can to stop that. And they don't stop, guys. They really don't stop. Tim wrote a comment, but he removed it. AP said, no doubt, literally, yes. Jealousy is a very evil thing. You do get people that are the jealous ex that, no matter what you do in life. Sorry, guys. Guys, I feel like this is going to be good, but for some reason, it keeps getting disconnected. And I, oh my gosh, guys, it keeps disconnecting. Every time I keep talking to X, it keeps disconnecting. So the jealous ex, right? The jealous ex doesn't move on. You'd think that they would forget about you. No, they haven't forgot about you. They literally want to destroy your life, right? So if you get a new relationship, if you move on with your life, they want to seek out to destroy you. Some people even have babies with people, right? Just so they can control their lives, right? And I don't mean men, I also mean women as well, vice versa, where they literally plan to have a baby with someone because they want to be your forever person. It's quite creepy, isn't it? They want to be your forever person, so they seek out to destroy it, right? And some people don't realize that it doesn't have to always be family. It can actually be someone that's married into the family, or someone that's an ex, or baby mother, baby father, like things like that. They can be your ex entered your car door. Excuse me, who does she think she is? I heard that when people actually break your objects or whatever like that, it means that they want to do that to you. Yeah, it means when they harm like any objects of yours, it means that they actually physically want to hurt you. Sorry guys, I don't want to be on camera eating my biscuits. Sorry. Why do I keep disconnecting, guys? When I'm talking, please God, if I'm being good. I said that I are being run by dark spirits. They don't realise it. People got a lot of dark spirits around them, and also there's people being ruled by dark spirits as well. Sky, I asked the question, Tanya, what's your social circle like, big or small? I actually don't even have a social circle. I actually don't have a social circle. It's literally just me against the world. Oh, thank you so much for the like, guys. It's literally just me against the world. Like, I live with family, obviously. But it's just me. I am literally on my own. I literally go out, talk to people, and that's it. I don't really have a social circle. Tim said, I'm a Christian. I keep away from darkness. I walk away from it. Amen to that. Jesus Christ is King of all things. Amen to that. Amen to everything that we can't conquer. Jesus already conquered it. But the only way we can conquer it is if we come under God, we come under the law, right? That's when we get protected, and we win in the end if we choose God. My ex into my door, that's really bad. Years ago, people are so crazy. That's jealousy as well, just because you got a car and they just want to hurt your car. I hate when people do stuff like that. When people like pop people's tires or smash their windows. What is wrong with people? Tim said, I'm going to hospital. I'm faithful to you. I need to go to hospital. Got pain, so I'll be thinking of you because you so special. The queen of my heart must go. Thank you so much, Tim. Estefan said, Tim, amen. AP said, you poor thing. It's probably better that way. Oh, what was that in relation to AP? You know, the wannabe. Yes, I know the wannabe ones that you was hanging out with. Sky, what's happened? So sorry, guys. I'm like munching my biscuits on the live. Oh, you said it's probably better that way. I used to have like, I struggled like most of my life to get friends. I struggled like most of my life. Obviously, as you guys know, I had witchcraft placed on me anyway, so that would like destroy like most of my friendships, relationships, everything like that. So that was placed on me. So that was probably the reason why I was kind of like struggling to get that social circle. Before I came to God, I managed to gain friends. There wasn't like a circle; it was like individual. I was like a drifter, so I could drift from different groups of people, right? And when I chose to walk with God, I walked away from all my friends. So all my friends that I actually managed to gain when I was before I walked with God, the friends that I gained were so special to me. They were male friends. They protected me if we went out. They'd make sure I get home safe. They loved me, right? And I had to walk away from them. I still speak to them, and one of them I rarely speak to, but I'm still grateful for the times I had with them. But it's like walking with God. I can't meet with them and party, the way that I used to. It's like you walk away from everything and you choose God. And I think that's what's kind of made my social circle almost um, the way it is now. Um, yeah, I literally, I love the people that I attract. I attract, even before I came to God, I attracted good people naturally. Like, there was people that actually did like me, but in terms of social circle, I don't really have that. Like, I speak to you guys on live, I speak to a few people on social media, but if I was to have like a baby shower, guys, I don't think I have anyone to invite to my baby shower. Is that kind of thing. If I had a wedding, I feel like a lot of people would go to wedding because people get excited when there's weddings. That's why a lot of people, they invite a lot of fake people to the weddings, right? And I feel like, why people having massive weddings for people that actually don't really care about their relationship. I don't know why I feel called to say that, but I just said it anyway. Um, Scott, I said, I've been looking out for them, as in looking for them to. No, don't put them into hospital, Scott. You can't do that. I don't know to stop. I was wondering if you know something that might help me stop. Yeah, God tells us not to seek revenge. It's a sin to actually take revenge on people. It's a sin. It's best to just walk away, like what Tim said. Walk away from darkness. No, I won't suggest a therapist for that. Associate more than friends, right? Let me think. Oh, this is a good point. You make me think. Um, I probably do have associates, but I don't really tap into it. When I say tap into it, I haven't really thought about how these people are useful to my life. Because with me, like, when I go out, I like to talk to people because I like to be around good energy. And obviously, when you have like dark spirits around you, talking to nice people means more to you than they realize. Um, Hi, West Virginia. So beautiful, the mountains. I've never been there. Hi, Sunshine Rose. But yeah, back to what AP was saying. Um, yeah, I do believe I build connections. A lot of people that I speak to when I go out, a lot of people really value me, which is very beautiful. They actually see me for who I am, right? And I think that's so special because I always think that people can't see me for who I am. I always think that, do they see me in a bad light? I mean, I don't really put much attention to thinking how people see me, but when they say it, it's really nice because the way some people treat you, right, is the people that treat you bad, they try and overpower that, but God always sends people to remind you that you're a good person. Oh, thank you for calling me smart girl, AP. You're so sweet, literally. Um, yeah, like if I'm having a bad day, right? Once you guys will see that I'm really jolly when I go outside because I have control over who I can interact with when I go out because I don't live on my own. So if I lived on my own, I probably wouldn't need to do that as much. But yeah, I go out, I speak with a lot of nice people. I mean, these people might not even be really nice. Like just because they're nice to me doesn't mean they're nice behind closed doors. This is what I have to but this is what we have to realize. Not everyone is what it seems, right? So just because I get along with them, they're not someone I'll be like going around to their house. I have a talk with them. They put a scar across my eye. I can't just walk away like it was nothing. Yeah, that's Sky Eye AP. Leave it. What's the point? Like getting revenge? Because God is the one that does revenge on people. So why are you doing that? You should leave it because if you get revenge, when does it end? Does it end when someone actually dies? Do you know what I mean, guys? Sky, that means you're going through like something bad. Like you're going through the storm or whatever. And someone says you're going through it, you're just going through problems. Like problems with people. Yeah, so yeah. To me, like people label friends, but like there was this guy, right? He was an elderly guy, really sweet guy. And when I'd see him, right, I'd go to the bus stop. If I happened to see him, he'd say hello, we'd speak. That was more like a friend to me than people that I would believe to be a friend when I was at school. Does that make sense? How did you see it, Sky? The mints again. Sorry. I go through so many packs of these. I go through so many packs. Can't be too trusting of people. A lot of people tell me that. They tell me to not be too trusting of people. Um, yeah, they do tell me that. Because you don't know anyone's intentions in life. And if families actually got along, right? If every single family members got along with each other, people wouldn't need to trust anybody else, right? Because you'd be more solid with your family that you wouldn't need to seek that. I find that a lot of families that are from Africa, right? They tend to be really big on families and they don't really need people. They have like big events with each other and they don't. It's when you see like people don't associate with other cultures as well, like that's another one. They've got families don't, that don't need other cultures, but I think it's healthy to interact with different cultures. I don't think people should isolate themselves and just be like in one culture. I don't believe in that. I believe in diversity. Mints are horrible. I love mints. Um, yeah. Another thing that I want to touch on is the enemy in the family. When you got like one person that doesn't get along with the rest of the family, I believe that's like a distraction. It distracts you from your purpose in life. Um, I've seen like I've seen like people, right, be held back in life this same exact reason and they don't realize it. It's because in the background, right, is a lot of drama, a lot of family dramas. When you see like people that come from backgrounds of family dramas or people like in the care system and there's a lot of chaos, you see that their life can be very stagnant because in the back of their mind there's a lot of unresolved issues, so they don't have a clear mind or conscience, right? And this holds back people big time when you've got a lot of unresolved issues um just because you're not the person that's dealing with it. um it can also affect you, if that makes sense. um how do you know someone is actually doing your friend that out of all the time you're saying that when I'm here? How could you? I'm so sorry, Scott. I'm so sorry. um I'll explain it to you, Scott. So you said, how is it a strong word? So IAP said, as you get older, you realise a friend is actually a strong word. So what it means is like um, a true. It's like when people, if when people say I love you to people, and it's got no meaning. What he's trying to say is, if you call someone a friend as you get older, if you call someone a friend, they're really a friend. Because a lot of people, when they're younger and when they're at school, they call everyone their friend, and not everyone can be your friend, is basically what AP is getting at. So AP said, how do you know someone is actually genuine your friend? Do you get it? So you can't just label everyone your friend. But as you get older, you realise that. Yeah, but as I was saying, like, there's a lot of people in stagnancy. Guys, when you see that your life is stuck, I bet you there's some family drama going on in the background, and it's like chaotic, because families are supposed to pull together, families are supposed to build together, they're supposed to be successful together. Do you guys get it? Like, if you guys want to achieve something, you can achieve it together. And you always see there's a lot of family drama, and with family drama it equals poverty. If you look at a lot of families that are in drama, I mean, if you look at a lot of families that are in poverty, you can guarantee there's a lot of family drama going on behind the scenes, where people are swearing at each other, shouting at each other, a lot of chaos, and that's where you see poverty. Because to be successful, you've got to all unite as families, and that's why a lot of Asian families tend to be more successful, because they pull together, they look at ways together of saving money, living together if it's necessary, and they literally do everything together. They build a business together, everything. That's how you get yourself out of poverty, when you do it together. But what happens is, a lot of Western countries, right? A lot of people that live in Western countries, they want to do everything on their own, right? They try and beat the Joneses, as they call it in English, beat the Joneses, right? And also in a lot of countries, right, even third world countries, you see a lot of them will be in poverty, because some of them think that, some of them can be envious of each other, a lot of jealousy, and then sometimes you get some that want things given to them in the hand, so bet they beg people for stuff. When you see people begging for stuff as well, this is also a sign of a broken family, where they have got no support and no system. Yes, AP, the family that prays together stays together. Yes. A friend is supposed to be a reflection of yourself. I've heard that before. um Revenge is a luxury that is expensive to afford. I think that's literally Sky. I mean, I thought the same as you. Yeah, Estefan explained the revenge thing. I thought it was just me that just didn't get it. Revenge is a luxury that is. What Estefan means is revenge can cost you your life, so it's expensive. It can cost you your life if you take revenge. It could go wrong. I also see that, like, if someone doesn't get on with a family member, and some people tend to, what's the word? Is it ruminate? What does ruminate mean, guys? Is it when, like, when someone is always talking about the same problem 10, 15 years later, they're still talking about the same thing. When you see, like, people in circles like that, that's not a good sign, because it means that there's a lot of unresolved issues and their life is stagnant. Because, life should be moving. You shouldn't be talking about the same thing 25 years later. That's why with me now, like, if I have any problems with, like, anyone in particular, if I see they're repeating the same behavior like 10 years later, I try not to keep talking about it with people, because I want to show that I'm growing. So it's crawling on me. I want to show to people that I'm growing, I'm moving forward with my life. So regardless if that person is still keeping up that same energy, I let them keep that energy, but my mind is not going to be fixed on that. So I'm fixed on where God's taking me, and I'm fixed on my growth and my goals. This is why it's so important to write down goals. Anyone that's stagnant right now, write down your goals and work towards them, because there's too much distractions. There's too much people want to be the enemy, want to be jealous, want to cause chaos in families, and they're keeping people stagnant. Oh, thank you, Estefan. Ruminate means to think about it a lot. Yeah, so literally ruminate. God will sort them out, I agree. I think siblings fighting is different now. Because you always get siblings fighting. Alright, AP said ruminate is repeated thinking. I like it. I like it. I like these definitions. I like it. Don't be deceived. Satan does that, you know. Always forward, not backwards. Yes, AP, always forward, not backwards. Sometimes we can think we're moving forward and we're not. Because our mind can hold us back. You could think you're going forward, but if you've got like a mindset where you limit yourself, you in the victim mindset, you think, oh, I can't achieve this, and you're trying to achieve something new with that mindset, you have to renew your mindset. Some people need to renew. I just get a vibe that there's something about your mindset that you need to renew in order to achieve your next level. You need to renew your mind. There's an old way of thinking that you need to break out of just for the next season in your life. It doesn't mean you have to change completely, but to achieve the next thing that you want to achieve, you need to change your way of thinking. Some of them harm the public, but they make so much money and they seem to win. AP said positive thinking. Yes, positive thinking. Satan gives more success to those, so they get condemned more. You guys are bringing in some interesting points. Yeah, so, yeah, you see people stagnant, or, you know, people stuck on the same thing. You also see in families where you have maybe a mother figure or a father figure not being very supportive of their child or their adult child. This is very, I don't know how to describe it. I want to say it's alarming because it shows that the family is not functioning like a family. So when you get like a an adult family, like if you get like someone that should be guiding their children, you should want the best for your children, is what I'm saying. You should give them the tools and resources and to help them, right? I remember I had she wasn't really a friend, but she told me about she was in an abusive relationship, right? She had a husband, two boys with him, and she was in a domestic abuse, right? Domestic violence. What do you call it, guys? A relationship with domestic violence where he was physically manhandling her, hitting her, right? And she's way older than me, so it was a completely different generation then. But her mum was very old fashioned, guys. She was very old fashioned, and when she went to her mum for help, her mum literally said, "You made your bed, now you can lie in it." So that's like my example of like when families or parents don't really support their adult child, they leave them in the mess. Um, it just shows the broken down of actual family system. Guys, when I finish this live, look up what a family system is. Look up how a family system should function, and you guys will get what I'm talking about, because a lot of these families aren't functioning right. They're not functioning the way God will want them to. Even if they're not believers of God, a lot of these families still ain't functioning right, not the way God would have designed it. And there's a lot of things that have broken down in families, and you do see, you know, in that woman's case, she had to get out of that relationship herself. She said she left with her kids without the clothes on their back. So basically, she had to leave everything at the house just to get away, because he literally could have killed her. So when you see things like that, you just know there's a breakdown of the system. You also see in toxic families where you've got, like, in terms of parents, you always see that one parent that's very overbearing, and then you see that child trying to go for an escape, whether they try and get into a relationship to escape from it. And then you see they struggle with mental health. There's a lot of people struggling with mental health because of a parent, of the family system broken down. They struggle mentally. Um, and people don't realize these things. They just think that people just got issues. People look down on them, think, oh, they just got issues, they need to sort themselves out. But maybe they are dealing with someone that should be loving them and taking care of them. That person is literally doing everything in their power to break them down. Let me read the comments. AP said, you might be right, I'll go to the drawing board tonight. You're so cute, AP. You're so cute. Just take your time. I suppose it should, but it doesn't always happen. Sky said, I'm out now looking. I've been out for about 3 hours looking for them. Stop it, Sky. That's not good. Sky, you're wasting your time. Not unless I find that. I told you already. You do this, God will punish you. We can't say, if you say God will punish you, that only works if people actually do fear God. A lot of people don't have that fear in them. So why are you going to harm them on your own? I don't think it's wise to actually do that on your own. Hamster, how are you? Yes, I do remember you. Thank you so much for coming on my live. As I said, I've been betrayed too. You're holding a hot coal, burning yourself, expecting them to feel hurt. That's true. And when people like that literally wait for you to come and get them because they've got a plan up their sleeve as well. So when people do bad things, they're waiting for that revenge. That's literally their life, their food, their fire. They want that revenge. They want you to come back and get them. So they've got a plan for you, and it doesn't end. Oh, Esther said, thank you, Tanya. I like her voice and constructive criticism. It makes room for more improvement. AP, it's probably because you're used to doing things a certain way. Maybe that's what it is, and it works. It works for you, but sometimes we have to become a different person to achieve something great. Is what I'm saying. And it doesn't mean you're changing yourself completely. It just means that you're becoming a different version of yourself. And some people achieve that when they get involved with different people. They change their associates, different things like that. Yes, Estefan, they're setting him up. I agree. They're waiting for it. They're waiting for it. Oh, thank you for giving me some credit, Estefan, for saying that when you was like, thank you, Tanya. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's literally like they're waiting for it. I've seen people like that, like some dark spirits that literally they do something, they created a problem, and they're literally waiting on the sidelines for someone to come and tackle them. And I know exact person who's exactly like that, but I'm not going to say it on here. And I literally see their spirit waiting for the fire to burn. Like if I mention it, they're literally like on the edge of the seat, like waiting to hear more. And then I start talking about God, and then they're like, and then I mention it again, and they're like, and then I'm like, I'm following God, and they literally go back down. That's just an example, but that's kind of what it's like. And I'm just like, wow, you've literally created this problem, and you're literally waiting for the fireworks to spark. And there's some people, oh my gosh, there's some evil people that they do evil, right? And then literally they sit there and watch everyone argue over them, and they're not even in the argument. They're eating like crips, as Americans call it. They call it chips, right? They're eating chips, and they're literally watching everyone fight over a problem that they caused. Dangerous people, dangerous, evil, and sick. Yeah, you're outnumbered, and then when you go and do that, you can't. If you're gonna get revenge on people, normal people actually do it with a group of people. If you do it on your own, you're asking for trouble. And I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm just saying like you're going out looking for them on your own, which means that because you're doing it on your own, it means that you're not even thinking straight as well. So you're not even right now. You're not even thinking about the consequences, what could go wrong. You're just thinking about getting your own back, and that's quite don't want to insult you, but that's quite what's the word, that's not insultive. Do you know when people, what does outlandish mean? Not outlandish, sorry, I'm thinking of all these words and I don't know what they mean. It's like radical, like you're not thinking straight. You got to think of a plan, and I'm not going to tell you to think of a plan because I don't want that on my conscience, but I'm just saying. Yeah. But yeah, so guys, what other point did I want to make? Yeah, you do see like they call it strained, I think, when it's not, I don't know, it's like toxic, and it's like a burden. And you do see like people moving forward with their lives, but then they've got that one parent that is still toxic. They're not supportive. They've literally built their lives, because people always tell people to build their lives without their parents, get a new life, families and everything. But then you see people that do that, and then they're still complaining about the relationship that they have with their mother or father and how toxic it is. Guys, do you guys know anybody out there that they're an adult, they've moved out, or they've got their own house, they've got their own partner, they've got their kids or whatever? It doesn't have to be everything. And do you hear them still complain about their parents' behaviour? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one. I see this all the time. It's like they don't get on with the parent, right? But the parent is still in their life and they're still complaining about this parent. Um, There's many times in my life where I could have got revenge on people that mistreated me, especially at school, but I didn't. I just left them alone. Let people live their life how they want to live, right? If they want to harm you, that's them, right? Why suit? Yeah, Ivy. Ivy's like, Ivy's like, walk away from the nonsense, brother. Oh my gosh. When everyone's telling you not to do something, you should listen. That's a sign. Like, look how many people are literally like saying the same thing, Sky. You should listen. Yeah, but guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up because I need to get going now. It's getting late. Anger lies in the bottom of a. And if something bad happens and they tell the police, right, you're gonna look stupid saying, "Oh, well, they did this to my eye," and they're gonna be like, "Well, why didn't you report it then?" Oh, AP's got a day off. Are you on late? It's my day off. I'll see if I go on later. I don't know yet though, because I'm gonna make my dinner now. I don't know what time it's probably. Maybe it's after 8 o'clock now. I'm gonna try and make my dinner. I'm gonna have burgers. I've got pepper stir fry that I need to use. Or, guys, should I have like burgers and stir fry and rice? I feel like stir fry is weird to have with rice, but I'm running out of options here. Yesterday I had like fish fingers with pasta and pepper stir fry. I gotta use it the pepper stir fry. Ivy said please. Sky said I know coward, I'm no snitch, don't care about the police. Tanya back to good burgers. Do not make me laugh, Estefan. Do not do not make me laugh. Estefan's so funny. Ivy Ivy said sounds nice, I'm on my way. Yeah, come on, Ivy. Come on. Um, that's actually funny. Um, Tanya inviting everyone to the barbecue. Literally, I want someone to be busting those moves at the barbecue. Do you know when you see on social media when people are like, "Yeah, you're definitely invited to the cookout"? That's so funny to me. That's so funny to me when people do that. Um, yeah, yeah. So guys, I'm gonna get a move on because AP's coming over. AP's coming over. Oh, yeah, bring some. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, my live kid's disconnected and I'm literally laughing because for the to not let these people anger you, just let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Literally, just let it go. I know it's easy said than done, but it's not worth getting revenge. Like, imagine if it was strangers. If it was strangers, you won't be able to get them, you know? So just let it go. Because they've got something up their sleeve waiting for you. Yeah, so guys, to summarize, I know you know them, but it doesn't mean you have to get revenge. Just leave it. Just leave it. Leave them to time, you know, leave them to time. Time is a master. With time, people get what's coming to them. If you take revenge, they won't get what's coming to them, right? Because you've already done the revenge. And imagine if the revenge is better. Like, I remember this guy used to bully my friend, right? He was being racist to my friend, so I got involved, right? I can't, sorry, I'm not being funny. I cannot sit down listening to someone cussing out my race and I'm just sitting there. So I got involved, right? And then he started cussing me out. This is at high school, guys, and the teacher was not even present. The teacher used to just put us in the classroom with a textbook and she used to be outside talking to her man, another teacher. I was like, it's her man, and racism was going on in the class. And then on the last year of school, he actually got beaten up. He got beaten up because his sister was being racist, and he got his face busted in. Right, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. He done it to the wrong people, right? And I busted his face up, and I was like, yes, because when you know when revenge happens, right? When God does revenge or whatever, he does it in a way that you can see it happen to them or whatever. So when you think about when you don't take revenge, people that have done you wrong, you see them suffer. God makes sure that you see it, and if you don't see it, you hear about it. That's why I love just leaving people alone and letting things take its course, right? um so have I got something with me. Scar, you really gone down the wrong path. It's not worth it. Yes, me too, Estefan. I am disappointed. Like, this is a true definition of stubborn right here. This is definitely stubborn. You know, everyone is literally warning you to not do it, and you're still doing it. Um, I remember mistakes don't matter. It's the consequences. Yeah. Oh, do you know what, guys? Do you know the story about the tiger? My brother told me about this story of a tiger. I'm gonna tell it in a minute. So I can't even look in the mirror without seeing what they did to me. So worth it. Oh my gosh, please don't. Please don't. It's really not worth it. When I was in primary school, a girl literally, my friend, she was my friend. We were like playing this game because I was only a child then. We were playing a game and we were like catching this ball. And I was running for the ball. I was outrunning everybody and I had this ball. Like when I say I had it, I just needed to dive and get it, right? And as I was about to get it, my friend pushed me into a step, right? So she pushed me into step and it literally cut me just above my eye, right? And I was bleeding and she walked with me to the first aid because in primary school you have this little first aid room. I don't know if they still do that now, but a little first aid room and they put like a little wet paper towel, right? So because my friend literally like said sorry, like she literally was there for me, so it was hard for me to like end that friendship at the time. And then yeah, I was in classroom with like a paper towel on my head. When my mom collected me, she went ape. She went crazy. She went so ballistic at the teacher because I had to be taken to A&E, and the fact that they didn't even call my mom because I had to have stitches. I had to have stitches like near my eye because I was badly caught, and the fact that my teacher thought it was okay because my teacher was racist. My teacher thought it was okay for me to sit down in a classroom with a wet paper towel on my eye with blood dripping down. Right. So that friend literally did that to me. I haven't seek revenge on her. I left her alone. I mean, she's a child anyway, but really I could have been like, wow, you did this to me. I'm gonna get revenge, but I didn't. Um Sky, this is a positive platform Tanya's got. Come on, brother, shake my head. Yeah, that's true. That's true, AP. I agree with you. AP, what would you do if someone put a scar across your own and got away with it? This happens to like a lot of people. Like I know somebody that worked in security. You know when people work in security jobs, somebody literally like damaged somebody their face and they can't get that person back. um they can't get that person back. Have you spoken to like family about this? Have you told your family how you feel and how you want to get revenge? Right? Have you spoken to your family? But guys, I definitely need to end this live now. I've been on here for over an hour. Um, yeah, so just yeah, you're giving us a good advice, AP. To summarize this, the video, people that do have an enemy in the family, it can put people in stagnancy, especially if it's unresolved issues. Um, you see people move forward with their lives, but they're still dealing with that toxic family member, and there's always like this chaos going on, ongoing. You see people ruminate where they're still talking about the same problems. This is why I tend to not talk about the same problems with people. If it's not resolved, it's not resolved. Those people will still be those people. They're not going to change. So what's the point? Repeating that thought process into my future. Also, people have to work on the mindsets, AP especially. AP, I don't even know your mindset, but I'm just saying that anyway, to be honest. I don't know your mindset. I just felt cool to say that. Work on your mindset. But like people that are dealing with toxic family members, definitely set goals and focus on your goals, because that will literally drive you forward. Sky Eye, set some goals. Set some goals in your life that will help you get away from those negative thoughts and to build a future for yourself. Because what's the point getting into a problem and then end up in the prison cell and then you can't watch My Lives anymore? Do you want to end up in jail and then you can't watch My Lives, or do you want to just, I don't know. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna end this video now. I know that you guys are having a discussion with Sky about you've been in jail before. Why would you want to go back in jail? If you want to go to the next level in life, you might need to work on your mindset and change maybe your way of thinking, or maybe habits. I don't know. Hi T, I'm actually leaving now, but I hope you're good. Um, sorry, I said not that bad. Okay, maybe you do need to see a therapist, Guy, at this point, because clearly you're not listening to us. Yeah. Yeah, so guys said he doesn't want to go back. Yeah, guys, I do need to go. I'm not being rude. I actually need to go because I need to get something to eat. I am hungry. When you're tired and you've got to cook, that's kind of how I feel now. But when I move out of here, I don't have to worry about that. I can meal prep, have my own meals, cooked in advance. I won't have to worry about sharing a kitchen. Sharing a kitchen is the worst thing, guys. And yeah, my own life. No person I know can't wait 6 hours again in a room. AP said stay pretty and go on later. I would try, guys. Okay, guys, take care. Sky, keep your cool. When I say keep your cool, just keep calm. Don't do anything that you will regret later, okay? Because this is a problem when we're angry, when we're frustrated with a situation. We may do something and then later you regret it. You might think you won't, but you will. You will. I can't speak. You will regret it later. Okay, guys. Ciao, ciao for now. See you, everyone. Not in meds too late. Guys, take care. Scotty, please stay calm. I need to go before some cats start creeping up on me. Yes, go. See you guys. Oh, let me do the top fan. Sorry. Oh, it's only number one, just Tim. It's only got Tim as a number one fan. I don't know why it only select certain people. So take care, guys. Thank you so much for contributing. And thank you so much to anyone that just watches after I post it live. And thank you so much for the likes. Mwah. See you guys.